So JBM here with Russell again. We're gonna go over a box of books. Haven't opened it yet. So I haven't even gone through this one. This is from my haul from last year that I got.
Plus, we have a special book, an unveiling.
So look forward to that. And we're gonna get into it now.
An eclectic Michigan map from 1999, or a map from 1999.
Polony. Is this written in, this is a map of Poland.
For anybody
Yeah.
that's,
Michelin map of
wants to travel
Poland.
to Poland. Red Star Over China by Edgar Snow. Might be something. The story
Oh
of
yeah, the riveting
gasoline.
story of gasoline.
Yeah, since we're living in the day where gas prices are rising astronomically high, and oh, look at this. This book was from the, what's the date?
Looks
of
like
this book?
60s to me.
56. Looks like this was a school book. Look at this. Yeah, it was a school book. What kind of machine is that?
Yeah, he's like in a car and it's like a barometer of some sorts.
It's how they're, I think it's how they're testing reverence fuel, gasoline.
So I find this one a little peculiar. This is the Trek East from 1946, I think it said it was released, or 56.
By Talbot Mundy.
Because it's not traditional paperback size. This is almost trade paperback size, and it's thick. Originally, I think it was printed in the pulp era of 29 from my research, and it's in decent shape for a vintage paperback, whereas a lot of them are getting tattered. They weren't made as well. So this is the Trek East. This guy's got a whip flogging this woman. This is The Wisdom of the Shamans, written by Don Jose Ruiz, and I thought the name was familiar, and Russell's telling me that this is the son of Don Miguel Ruiz, the esoteric writer.
They're actually Mayan descent.
They are?
Yes.
Yeah, whenever I see his books, they could be kind of pricey, and they look like they're southwestern, Indian-oriented.
They're a Mayan descent, and then they're, the Mayans and the Aztecs are descendants of what's called the Toltec people.
This is pretty cool.
I saw that and bought it.
Yeah, even at a used bookstore, they were selling some of his books for like 35 bucks. I'm like, geez.
That's too expensive. You can get it new for like 16, 17 bucks.
So this is Basic Electricity, a Bureau of Naval Personnel Navy training course from 1960 from my research.
In NAVPERS 10086-A. So this book online is about 15 to 25 bucks now.
Show us a few pages.
It is collectible. It shows different things, mathematics. It goes into, it shows about the atoms and stuff, and how magnets work, the magnet's broken, and things like that. So it goes a little bit into physics, biology a little bit, and it's showing the Earth, South Pole, North Pole. This has to do with like the inner Earth theory with the energies around the Earth going through it and stuff.
It says basic electricity, and it looks pretty basic.
Flux pattern repulse, flux pattern attraction.
Time to see what Russell has for us here. He brought one book today.
Now, years ago, the Vatican had a sale, which they do periodically for so many years because the Vatican has so many books. Well, this lady had bought this book for $350, and the pictures in it had to do with prophecy. They did research and found out that this has to do with Nostradamus' prophecies.
So the Vatican and the vaunted Vatican archives had a Nostradamus.
Unwillingly, it was for sale.
Really?
But because it was out there, they honored the lady's purchase.
And this has been verified
Yes.
as the lost book of Nostradamus?
Yes. Because actually the person that did the pictures was the son of Nostradamus. Because at the time this book was written, they dated it, Nostradamus was in his elderly years. Okay.
So did he do his illustration? Because it says here, illustrated by Michel de Nostradamus, which is his son.
Michel de Nostradamus is Nostradamus, but it is thought that his son actually did the pictures.
What about his earlier works? Did he used to do his early illustrations?
No, Nostradamus did his own illustrations.
And prophecies.
There is a difference in the pictures because somebody's artwork is like a fingerprint.
So that's kind of how it got
Same
lost
thing with
in the
writing.
files.
Yes.
And misidentified.
Because they didn't know that this book was there. They thought it was in the Vatican Library, which is vaulted, and only certain people are allowed to go in there and everything else. So now these pictures they call plates. And this here, a lion with a full mane above him, 3 tablets. The animal is symbolic of the Lion of Judah, and the 3 tablets indicates 3 testaments, the Old, a New Testament, and a 3rd. Plate 43 is the same as plate 40, apart from the unicorn having a crown.
When was this done?
When was this book written?
So there's unicorn artwork back in medieval times?
This was during the time when, things were changing immensely. Look at this.
That looks like Jesus on like a griffin head.
No, it's a crown is taken from the dog creature. Adolf Hitler invaded Poland on the 1st of September 1939, igniting the Second World War. Within the year, France herself had lost her liberty to Germany. The third people will extend their forces towards the circuit of the east of Europe, where in the I can't even make that out, they will be overwhelmed and slaughtered. This is supposed to be Hitler.
Russell's like, let's call these bookstores. And I'm looking on here. So that's the same bookstore, different era, because they have the original 313 Detroit, which is just now the Detroit area code. And this is from Farmington, Michigan, and now it's the 248 on this one side.
The number you have reached has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
That's said, sign of the times. I always call it a bookstore in Ipsy.
Please leave your message for
Nick Coster, doing business as David's Books.
You didn't want to ask him when he's opening?
Well, I mean, it should say.
That's a wrap. Russell didn't find too many books to his liking, so they're coming back home with me.
Another wonderful episode of Pulp Archive.
That's it. Tune in for more adventures.
Tune in for more adventures.